was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Pesado pra caralho, ele tá cheio de chumbo. Ah, comeu um boi. You can't unseat Ufe. Was there anything they didn't have a grubby hand in? A few days earlier, I'd have called it a coincidence, but I'd written off too many of those already.
The fuck?
The Imperial Palace Hotel was a five-star, bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
Mesma coisa. O quê? Você não tá fazendo nada, eu tô fazendo tudo sozinho.
Close.
Atacar!
Alrighty then.
Cuidado, ele está vindo nessa direção!
How the fuck? That's some bullshit. This game sensitivity feels like super slow now. I wonder if the silencer thing is gonna break up. I guess it did. Always gotta press them green buttons. Oh my god, it's not gonna work, is it? Look at that shit. What the fuck is she doing out there? I'm dead. Oh my god.
Vai lá, tô te dando cobertura!
Oh my god. Let him fucking do it again. God damn it.
Call it evidence for De Silva. I needed to find a way upstairs. Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall. Passos' ID card. It was no great surprise he'd made their hit list, but to discover he was really Colombian? No wonder some locals seemed to laugh at his accent. What else had he lied to me about?
What the fuck? Really? So that's obviously the hole that it'll make.
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ufe. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusher Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. De Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get... Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare. Whatever hell this was De Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
Okay then. fucking killed me. Oh my god. Golden gun for the win. Oh my god. Why can't I back up? What's going on?
Mantenham suas posições! Tá morto, porra! Puta merda!
Why doesn't it switch weapon?
Eu mesmo te mato!
This
Alrighty
was
then.
hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now. There it was, the soundtrack to my life. And, for a few seconds, came harmony. Finally.
What a boss.
What the fuck is going on here?
How much do you want?
What have you been doing?
I am a doctor. I help people.
What have you been doing here?
It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been doing?
I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please.
Caralho! Caralho!
Espera, espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho. favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata. Não, não. Pelo amor de Deus.
E aí, Totó? For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in. Even I could guess what Demolisão meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one.
Shit is brutal.
There had to be something I wasn't seeing. It was locked from the outside. They had a fucking arsenal in here. It was time to bring this little hellhole to the ground, so I decided to put some of their C4 to good use.
I like that he still carries the fucking gun around.
I hadn't slept in days. I needed something to keep me going. Either Victor Branco and Neves were doing a lot of charity work together, or this was payment for something else. Were the Crasha Prado in Victor's pocket? Had he tipped them off about the stadium exchange? I had to hurry up before more of those assholes showed up.
I don't understand why there's a whole animation for that.
I'd seen some dark shit in my time, but this was something else. These vermin had gone into a place where life was cheap and found a way to get rich off it. I just wanted to finish this and get far away from here. But then, true to form, more of the rats came out of their holes.
Vocês ouviram isso? Vi. Ninguém sai desse prédio até esse cara tá morto.
This is a bad idea.
At least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open.
Am I good? What the fuck?
Você vai morrer agora! Você não vai sair daqui! É isso que você chama?
Any time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now.
Golden RPG. What I always wanted. Oh.
Merda!
That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building and all the evil in it. Who wants to take a shot? You see what this is? Come on, anybody? Want to be a hero? I got nothing to lose. Let's do it.
Que porra que tá acontecendo aqui?
Senor Neves.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
My problem? My problem? Wanna know what my problem is? You're turning humans into glue. That's what my fucking problem is.
I don't know what you're talking about, American. All I know is what I hear about you. You bodyguard for the Brancos. They are all dead. You help the poor. Today, many of them dead. You are a proper American hero.
At least I fucking tried.
Well done with your effort. The whole city is grateful. The great American savior of the poor.
That's right.
You think you made any difference? You think stopping this legitimate business venture is helping anyone?
Legitimate? You're stealing people's organs!
We pay for everything. We have the record.
Oh, so people can sell their livers? Their hearts? Their eyeballs? You're insane, you sick fuck!
We kept people safe in the city. Decent people. Safe. I know a lot of powerful people.
Well, your powerful people aren't gonna help you out of this one, buddy.
Fuck, it's crazy. An eyeball. Oh my god. Oh my god, the animations in this game. I can't even see.
I told you the city was dangerous, friend.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to see a happy tourist smiling.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I came back
I can see that. But why?
to save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Listen, now, come with me, Max. To Brazil. Be a chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss's brother's hatching to profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
what are you talking about? I don't know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo were trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get into losing the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
Fuck you.
Sure. Later. Now, let's go. Hope this thing works.
I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was paid to protect her and I didn't.
She married into a sick family.
Maybe.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving us a chance to live. I mean, as a family.
I hope it all works out for you, for all of you.
Thank you. Don't be too long.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York, maybe down to Argentina. Giovanna has family in Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Me, I got business to take care of.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I know it was very wrong.
It's all right, it's done. But hey, I'm having myself a fun old time. Maybe this is how things had to be. Figure I might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm sorry I'm leaving. I got a kid coming. You know how it is.
I know how that is.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe this guy will put a bullet in me.
Maybe I will. But not right now.
Thank you. Try to look after yourself, Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the UFE. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Branco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa, tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Nada tua conta, rapaz.
Vai se fuder, ó! Meu, conta eu ter tomado no cu, pô.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda. Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocente! Vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo, vamos aqui! Eu não fiz nada! Que você vai te acontecer, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! Eu? Se fodeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai, aí, otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, né?
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Eu vi uma outra versão. Vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou. Valeu, amigo.
Hey! What are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question. Answer him! Answer him! What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you doing here?
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you
What are
doing
you
here?
doing here?
Me in the ear.
Hey, answer me! What are you doing here?
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on.
Why are they on guard already?
Elimine o ar!
Peguei ele! 2 em 1!
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later.
Dirty ass fucking cops.
But the only friend I had left in that town. I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Está me achando com cara de babaca? Por favor, eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô. Prometo, cara, tu amo te. Me dá um nome. Eu só sei que teve um apagão, isso é tudo que eu sei.
What the fuck?
Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own.
Somebody get me out of this madhouse!
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too.
It's like playing that super hot game. I'm back. It was a mistake. Wrong button.
The security switch had to be in that booth.
God. The only thing can be in the.
They had their body armor. I had mine. It was Monday's arrest log, as far as I could tell. And no sign of anybody from Nova Esperanza. All those poor bastards have been checked straight into the Imperial Palace Hotel.
It's funny how the door switches are all exactly the same.
That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
What the fuck? You kidding me? Fucking shoot him in the fucking feet.
Wasn't this nice?
The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. Any time the prison riot had bought me was starting to run out. I had to keep moving.
Fucking asshole.
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
Oh my god. Fucking asshole.
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
He's all the time we need, man.
Figured I'd bag those up for evidence.
Building guns are super important. No, I'm almost out of ammo.
Police food. The same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with. Becker's blood money from the good doctor. Serrano had canceled one side of that transaction. The other was on me.
That he killed me.
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running. I figured I should check out the security monitors while I had the chance.
Hey. Damn.
It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up halfwit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
Oh, damn. How the fuck are they destroying me? dick.
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
It's cool that it puts the golden gun on like right away.
If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix.
The fuck? What's the point of this room?
Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
God, she was so inaccurate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, talk about getting lucky.
Aqui, agora, porra! É o Victor Marcelo!
I consider cheating? I don't think so.
I killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now. Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem. Sao Paulo's own David and Goliath. I'd pinned De Silva as a coward, but he'd risked more than anyone, and he'd never taken a bribe. If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone.
We'll get there when we get there, man.
AUP. Those were the guys who jumped the yacht in Panama. And what was this? Had the Brazilian cops tipped them off about the money? I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to, on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine.
Welcome to the daily life of Max Payne.
The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime. They'd really gotten their money's worth outsourcing their problems onto me. My old pal Serrano. We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus. Part of me hoped he'd made it out of that hotel alive. I didn't recognize the guy. Maybe this was the new slum king De Silva had talked about. A throne never stays empty for long. Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Ufe's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans abroad over the past few weeks, and there they were, my illustrious employers. 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was gonna look good on the resume. And I was in good company. Howell Passos, sent up north to find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
That was pretty cool.
Você não vai sair!
The fuck's up with that guy's body? Gun, please. God, that took forever.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. This was a waste of time. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique. There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela. Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come. Him and Becker.
I'm not gonna take the disc.
O seu dinheiro representa o seu futuro. Mantenha-o seguro com o Banco Boitatá. Para sua casa, o seu carro ou o seu negócio. Venha falar com Boitatá.
Threatens to be the worst volcanic eruption in Ecuador for 40 years.
The epidemic of violence that grips Brazil's major cities continues to worsen.
I'd seen enough. It was time to bring this nightmare to an end.
It's gonna be on the table. Oh my god, I'm about to die again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The fucking game crashed. your gun at him. Point your gun at him. Okay, I'm dead.
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
Then you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
Fucking Max motherfucking Payne. Holy shit. Oh, get shit on.
Não consigo sentir meu braço! Me acertaram!
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past. Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like, it was a little late to be thinking about precautions, but something told me this shit show was barely through the warm-up act.
Wonder what happens if you don't take it.
It was time to get out of that circus before any more clowns showed up.
This is a training area. What the fuck is the point of armor if I just still got one-shotted? Oh my god, come on. Oh my god, he fucking blasted me. Damn. Better show. Oh my god. Oh, you scared me, dude. You did say not to kill.
Atira agora! Morre!
Fuck yo, fucking
Becker and
helmet.
Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
Puta que pariu! Pega ele! Vai, avança! Vamos! Pode pegar ele, porra! Frescura! Vamos acabar com essa merda agora! Vamos indo! Se estiver na
Beleza,
mesa,
rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
Ninguém sabe que você vai me pegar! Chegaram! Estou preso!
Oh, I have no more bullets. Oh, somehow I got bullets.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be?
Fucking Gabe.
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
What do you mean? You can just shoot through that shit.
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
The fuck?
You don't know when you're lost, do you? Thank you for all the fine work! I hoped I'd be the one to kill you! I'll think of you when I get my promotion!
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker! Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? Hmm? There's a good fellow.
Well, well, well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachá Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep.
So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them too. Every last one of those bastards.
Now that I made it through check-in, come on, bastards.
Oh my god. Missed everything. Fuck it, man, I'm just dying. Oh my god. Shoot off their fucking helmets.
Adiando! Adiando! Caralho, tô ficando velho! Viradinho, seu trouxa!
Fucking asshole.
Atira, Volts! Atira! A Volts!
Fucking piece of shit. God, dude.
Sigam em frente!
Outro lado. Just fucking spawned in, come on.
Alguém me cobre, porra! Eu tenho que sair fora! Vai! Ok, amigão! Vim te ajudar!
How did he shoot me? That shit.
Felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag.
Continue andando!
The painkiller.
Acabou, Playboy! Você não tem como lutar contra um exército!
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. This was the back office. They'd be on their way to the nearby lounge.
Good going. Really?
The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal. The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead.
I'm really clean fucking toilets.
Nothing was happening back here. I had to get to where the action was. There were UFE all over the airport, and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
Out of all the cover, this is what he chooses. If it ain't broke. Fucking asshole. Got style though. I think I can aim.
A gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge. Just perfect. Grenades. Maybe they were in the next terminal. I'd keep looking until Victor sent me a postcard from Miami.
God, dude, so many fucking people. Glock's amazing. More games should have a Glock in it.
didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
Stop points.
I meant to end this how I'd begun it, heavily medicated. It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
I didn't look in the fucking crowd. Reload! Reload!
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes. Son of a bitch! Didn't work out like that. Of course there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
The Max Payne Express. As much as I like that shotgun, I feel like it's not worth it.
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke, and it was a real good one. Come on.
Fucking right, dude.
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar. But when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks. Let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches.
The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
Tenha uma boa viagem, senhor. I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker. Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! 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 Foda-se! Foda-se! Continue andando!
Why is it blown up? Why is it blown up?
You're just another gringo trying to impose his will on our world. You're pissing on another man's bull, Max. I just want to do my job, brother. Look what you become, Mr. Payne. Another fucking terrorist.
Oh my god.
What are you looking for?
What the fuck, dude?
No one is paying you to be here, Max. Zero merda. You're pissing in the wrong hole, Mr. Payne. I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker.
What? Don't make any fucking sense. I wasn't even by that first one.
What do you expect to achieve here, Mr. Payne?
Oh my god.
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism.
You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Get in, Max! I'm in, just drive the fucking car! Go!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close! Look! A squad is coming from the right! There! Over to the right! I don't know how much more we can take! I'm feeling extremely uncomfortable!
Oh my god, shoot faster!
Shit! That about sums it up. They're blocking the runway. The urban tank.
Finally.
Shit! Right there! I'm normally a behind the desk kind of cop. Only I've been one of them too. That's them. Asshole. Your career's coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with.
Oh. How the fuck did he walk out of that shit
Wait,
alive?
Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk.
You'll walk with a limp!
The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation is underway. Local residents expressed outrage, say they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local
What's up, Red?
forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
That's pretty good. I liked it. I don't think I did. Plus, I already seen enough of that game. No, I'm not sure, man. I'm gonna stop the stream at this point.